Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of The Plight of Princes, episode 25. Where last we left off, the party, having been sent across Faerun in an attempt to locate and return to Neverwinter, the Spires of Lakith, the leader of the Githyanki, having led at least one to their knowledge assault on Faerun, and having the spires spread about the entirety of the landmass, the party was sent to try and locate as many of them to ascertain their origin, their purpose, and bring them back. The party had, in the city of Luskan, encountered an issue where one of the party's warlocks more or less had finally disobeyed to a point their patron, having one party member cursed for destroying the body of a associate sent, and their own power being entirely removed from Warlock. Until they came to the opportunity of one of the party's other warlocks, their patron, having extended a hand, seeing that there was an open opportunity to have a new follower. They went north out of Luskan to a small forest in which they encountered three sisters, a nymph, a dryad, and a hag. After more or less engaging with a theater-like performance, the challenge was that the new warlock, Loyalty, would attempt to find the name of his patron, to call her name to get her attention, as is a right, one of the rights you can do. Ooh. Okay, I thought that was me going away for a second. It wasn't. I was like, they all shifted. It's fuzzy.
Let's see how long this lasts.
We'll see. 2 seconds.
Fix it now.
After discerning the name of the lady in red, Loyalty called upon it, and they were summoned to a brief conversation with her, where she explained that what they were seeing was not them going back in time, nor any manner like that. It was simply watching a theater play. And after everyone had spent some small amount of time with her, and she spoke to 2 or 3 of you individually as she went, she smiled, having signed the contract with a new follower to her patronage, lifted up her right hand and prepared to snap her fingers as you saw one of the fingers, the ring finger on her right side, is nothing but a stub below the top, below the very first joint up. Raised up her finger, and it is dusk as you find yourselves on the outskirts of the forest, the small few acres of woodland. And you look about yourselves and you can see a very small, off the corner of the road, a small little plume of fire raising up a little bit south of where you are. And the floor is yours. Pop party.
So that all happened, right? Like I feel at this point that Sarah is kind of like trying to piece together a little bit of stuff. You know what? This is just, yeah. Congrats, Loyalty. By the way, congrats.
Daz.
Thank you.
Narrowin.
From Luskan, we've been traveling for what, about 3 days?
I believe something around there.
Okay.
What time of day does it look like?
Dusk. It's just about to be sunset.
Right. Well, hopefully the Feywild didn't throw us thousands of years upon the future, but
Everyone you knew and loved is dead.
You can only
Well, I
control
kinda
what you
figured
can
that.
control, so let's carry on assuming that we're our own time period and get back to work, shall we?
Yeah, sure.
Dash just giving me
Yeah,
a cheeky
we
little
should-
wink.
Maybe
Alright,
We should go
alright.
find Fast.
maybe just think of it as a dream, yeah?
Theatre of the mind, as it were.
Well,
Everyone Widdick knows and loves because one of those people already Roman Nomrigan.
Back to the cart.
Yeah, we're gonna head back to
Yeah.
the cart.
Yeah.
Okay. So you make your way a little bit southward. Seeing that there's a little plume of smoke, you do see that there is a small campfire set up next to your cart and Foss's. And towards the end of the night, as you guys approach and seem to get close, you can just tell from the cart itself that as you're sat, there's a low rumbling coming from within the cart, and you then hear a phrase be spoke. You can tell it is by Foss, but it is in a distorted kind of language that none of you understand, and the rumbling in the cart ceases. And as you make your way, basically this would be him to the far side of the cart from where you approach, and there you see, sat next to it with Stampy and with two little puppies basically like on his laps, more or less. Just they're puppies, so they're dead asleep, and he just looks back to you all as you guys approach. I've had these puppies for about 12 hours, but if anything happens to them, I will kill every single one of you and then myself.
To know.
Alright then.
Okay.
I don't want to give these back.
You promised you would.
What I agreed. Things get in the way of what I want. Well, they're staying here because they're asleep. Like, I can't move. I've been needing to pee for the last 12 hours. This is life. The puppy sit on the lap. You do not move.
Yeah.
So, did you do the thing?
Yeah. It went well. We
That was quick.
did what
And
we...
then Deborah?
So, am I correct in what was it you were exactly doing again? It was for high heels there, no?
Yeah. That, yeah, I owe you a story, don't I?
You do owe me a story, motherfucker. Prepare my death, bitch. Give me a story, but not too loud, puppy slip. As he like almost gestures too much and speaks a little bit too loud, you see one of the puppies like very slightly moves, and he just freezes, and then it starts going back to
Bear, before I start, I think you'd better work your magic on the bambinos.
I believe she was referring to you, Serenus, when it comes to being referred to as bear.
With me?
Nobody else in this party fits bear category. Roman,
Okay.
like, Widdick counts as a jeep, not a bear.
He's a Range Rover!
I can be a shovel in 5 minutes quick, and then I'm off the door.
I'm like, I totally didn't. I wasn't ready for that.
I win! I win, Davey!
Some of us can turn into beasts, some of us are classified as humans, and some of us are classified as four-wheel drives.
Autobot.
Somebody clip that.
Done.
Narrowing, you need to get the mobile feet. You can't be slowed down then. You just go. Freedom of movement on him, he becomes a literal truck.
I take a level in Land Rover.
What's your movement speed? Well, I do 78 miles to the gallon.
That's a fucking bitchin' movement speed, I'm
This
just
is the
saying.
fucking dumbest bit.
What's your class,
Dumbest.
V8?
It's a dumb bit, but why is it so funny?
Oh my god, it's like the fucking, what was it, a Venomoth or something in the Nuzlocke run? It's the fucking all-terrain vehicle, but it's the Paladin.
Narwin, are you with us?
Yeah.
Spiritually, physically, or mentally?
I don't know, man.
If you watch that clip back, probably see spirits leave his body for a period.
It won't let me clip it. It's too powerful.
I'll have to go back and try to find it.
Oh my
Please, somebody clip that. Cause
I'll do it. It's fine.
I'll have to do it manually because the default clips are only 30 seconds, and I think it was a bit longer than that.
So as you all kind of like just zone out for a second, as like the spirits behind you just laugh before you go back into yourselves.
Before we get too distracted, what
Too late.
of that... Yeah, well, in-game, before we get too distracted, what of that fire in the distance?
Pointing to the fire that's at his side of the campfire. That's the fire that's being referred to.
My bad, I thought when you said fire in the distance, I thought something
I
else.
did.
Never mind.
I did say fire in the distance, and then you got close to it. Now it's a fire in the close.
Strike that.
Yeah.
See, I was going galaxy brain in that we passed a fire on the way here. And I thought that you were seeing that one, but I was thinking to myself, that's much too far away now.
Close.
Up
Far
there.
away.
Far away.
Close. Far
Far
away.
away.
I just don't get it.
I'm going to approach Vass and like gesture to take the pups from
Animal
him.
handling check to gently lift the puppies.
Could you argue that Fast is assisting?
The most important role.
Gently holds.
You just like very quick, careful, like your palms kind of more or less they kind of slump into your sides off of his hips, and just like you hold them in both hands and you just leave them close up to you, and like a moment of like if you lifted up a little kid and they're like, and then they just go no, just come, and they just like rest into you. They're doing that, but they're doing like the red panda pose on a tree, where they're just their limbs are just dangling, they just vibing.
I'm gonna go rest in my tent with these for a little bit to let them sleep a bit more.
You go in, cuddle with the beppers.
I'm just gonna kind of like stretch them and just kind of like let them sleep off a little bit.
Blue, were you going to
Yeah,
say
should we
something?
rest up?
No, I was just making cute faces at the babies.
Puppy. I have to give you guys serotonin because I'm gonna do shit to you.
Yeah.
You gotta balance the puppy to surprise combat ratio.
You guys are gonna have a lot of dogs by the end of this campaign.
How many puppies are equal to one dragon?
Who needs characters to go against dragons, which have an army of puppies to attack it for?
Look, all I'm gonna say is Cloth wouldn't hesitate. Ooh, chicken nuggets!
Wolf Druid is a valid strategy.
As Serenus is looking after the babies, Lo will not actually give a full rendition of what actually happened, but more do a paraphrased story, but not the actual truth of it. It's sort of like, this is a tale inspired by.
This is a tribute.
This is not the greatest session in the world. No, this is just.
But can I ask if this counts as technically a performance of rest rather than a song of rest?
Sure, Jane.
Because the description says you can use soothing music or oration.
So yes, you are narrating soothingly. I love that we can just leave my nuts alone. Did he eat it all?
Walk of shame right there.
Shamefully leaves the room.
There's no shame in what that man did. There is pride alone. I'm sorry, but what pisses me off the most is you two are like fucking that. Skinny bitches!
You know what?
It's called metabolism.
Infinite void.
That was supposed to be food for 2 days.
No.
God.
In his
He can't
defense,
get by.
you have some as well, because that means there's 3 people eating it in a day.
No, bear in mind, Blue and Spook will eat way more in a portion than Stangy ever will.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Stanley
Carry
told me
on.
before that Blue can really put it away.
Carry
Back
on.
in the room.
I
Back
made
in the room.
Anyway.
food that was meant to last 2 days and it didn't, so carry on.
So yes,
So
you can do a
anyway-
performance of rest if you'd like.
Yes. So, yeah, Lo will just be going around using the minor illusion. If you've seen Frozen 2, it's basically the loyalty equivalent of Olaf's thing.
God damn it.
But, completely fabricated, but there we go.
Yep.
I
watched it
am
recently, but I
perfectly
get that
fine.
reference.
This isn't me having a panic attack. That was just that song.
But yeah, Lo is currently engaged in over-the-top storytelling.
Okay. What does your performance of rest do, honey?
If you or any friendly creatures who hear your performance regain hit points by spending hit dice at the end of the short rest, each of those creatures regains an extra 1d6 hit points.
Okay. So, this is a long rest. But, everyone gonna be vibing with their long rest.
Yeah. I guess if anyone wants to spend hit dice just in case, you can.
I mean, I wasn't even hit at all in the last encounters, so
Yeah, everything just pinged off of you like... ding,
I just kept going.
ding, ding,
I
ding.
just realised I had this and I completely forgot about it. Just
It's fine, use
I
it, use it,
actually
use it.
used it.
Fine, fine.
I'm gonna
You good?
Are you resting with your puppies and healing, Serenus?
Yes.
Fine, you may...
The
you may
puppies
do-
are healing energy.
I'm not like Annie who just says, this will heal you for 2d4 plus 2, because reasons. I love
Sorry.
her, but she gives us too many heals.
Shall I roll my hit dice then?
If you want to, go ahead. Just remember that you can
I'm
only
sorry,
gain half of
my
your
brain.
total at the start of the day, so if you spend half of them now, you'll get them back by dawn.
So, yeah, I'll just use the ones I have remaining to try and get myself back to full health.
Sure.
I'm sorry, my brain is. We have each other and our parents, right? Your parents are dead.
Great.
Sorry.
That's
That's
lovely.
from the Frozen. That's from the Frozen 2 thing. Don't worry.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm back to full
Serenus
health
is going,
now.
somebody heal me, things kept stabbing me.
There we go, yeah, I've got.
Note to
Yeah.
self.
So then,
It's on the board.
uh,
Use more quicklings.
No.
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 I'm tired of them.
Once was enough.
I'm not!
the first thing that came to my head was that scene where he goes, I'm tired, Grandpa, when it's too damn bad.
Bad.
So, just a clarification, guys. How many will we recover at dawn if I've used them now?
You would regain half of your hit dice on dawn. So if you had out of 5, you gain 2 back. You always round down.
Oh yeah, actually, I just realized I actually have 5 dice, not 4. So
Yes. You just have one that's lower than the others.
yeah.
So-
Oh no, that's right. Because I was keeping that one as 4, so that is because that's my main one, and then that's my That's right.
Okay.
I'm just
If anyone wants to chill and chat with each other, your characters may do so.
I'm with puppies, so I'm just now.
Think
I'm
I'm with
fine.
puppies.
Oh no, I think
And then-
a lot.
And then
said
this
last
bird
time.
lands on my head, right? And it suddenly spreads its wings really, really and just goes whoosh, and
It takes a shit.
and all the soldiers get thrown completely back. Then Wittick comes in with his giant sword and just goes whack, whack, whack. And so on and so forth.
The BS police have been calling. Hold on.
I wanted him to
Das.
roll higher, but he didn't. Yes, Curls.
I am going to go. Is there like trees around here? I don't know.
Yeah,
where
you're
we
right
are.
next to the forest's edge.
Okay. I am gonna go up into a tree,
Mm-hmm.
and
As one
I
does.
am going to take notes on the sisters we just met, and like anything, you know, all the stuff about that. Their
The
names.
scarecrows,
Just
the
gonna write
fact
it
that you
all down.
watched the crumpling remnants of a soldier being crushed under vine.
Yeah.
The Feywild, the Lady
Yeah,
in Red.
I'm gonna write down not just like the people and as many details about those people as I can, but also take separate notes on just like the chronology of what happened, and what we encountered in each vision. And I'm just gonna try and write it down in good detail.
Combat encounter.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I get. Posey is your thing. Take notes, bitches.
Fucking Feywild, I ain't about to forget things.
You got sent back out by someone who could have decided you forgot everything, but chose not to. She ain't that much of a bitch. There's more women here than men. She's not that much of a bitch. Yes, Roman. Or Roman. I don't know why. I keep calling you Roman. I think that's because I picture that's what Roman looks like is what you look like right now.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, probably not wrong. But
Look at
what?
the mohawk,
He's
though,
come out.
blue.
We're about to say, has he come out of his mohawk phase?
No, he still got the mohawk. Just every time I look down, I see.
No. He's been to rehab at this point, so you have to get rid of the mohawk because he's just been doing too many drugs.
In his little like pocket dimension, he had like a spiritual awakening and was like, no, it's no longer the time for this.
Yeah. Fucking.
It's still blue. It still glows.
Yeah. But now, fucking, I answered the phone and my mom just hears me laughing as I'm just saying, "Ah, yes, the bullshit police." Hello. Oh, hi.
Oh dear.
Anyway,
So they come
We
for
have
you
fun.
to confiscate your Jeep, have they?
Oh, no.
Meh, meh.
yeah, don't worry, I can't
Box
take it.
nuts.
I've already taken the spark plugs out. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is going on? What are we doing?
Posey, you're taking your notes in a tree by yourself. And there's a lot to take down, and you do end up like nearly falling asleep towards the end of it. Like you all know that stage of tired writing where it just starts to. I was like, she knows. She definitely knows.
I definitely know. Very familiar with that state of being. Yeah. And then whenever I'm done, I'm just gonna snooze up here.
Cool. Chess buddies having chess. Puppy people having puppies.
I'll,
Warlocks being warlocks.
Yeah, speaking of warlocks being warlocks, Kika, when we'll wait for Loyalty to finish his story, and then we'll just kind of semi-casually, but not too casually, just be like, so what are you gonna do now?
I mean, I meant what I said. I'm staying with you guys.
Well, that's nice. What do you mean? Are you gonna just do that forever, or? I mean, you don't have to answer because I mean that's a hard question for anybody to answer. But I was more just curious.
But that's a real thinker you laid on me there, Bluebird.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's good. It's good.
This is basically just like one of the higher ups coming. So, what's your 10-year plan then?
and much like that, you respond by
thought
just
about
going,
that shit.
ah!
Let me tell you,
Just that image of the possum.
Let me tell you, every employer in 2000 saying, "Where do you see yourself in 20 years?" definitely got the question wrong.
Yeah, so wrong.
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
Well, I told the lady.
Yes. Another one for me.
And check. Well, I told the lady
Well
I want
played.
to spread some smiles, and that's what I'm gonna do.
That's
And
good.
I mean, if I can fight some bad guys with you two, all the good.
Well, I would say hopefully there's not going to be too much fighting, but the way the last week has been shows that that's probably not going to be the case.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Bluebird. There's two types of fighting. There is that fighting, and then there's the fighting in the pubs. One's worse than the other one, really.
Probably the pubs.
Okay,
But still,
that's I was just curious.
I know. But truth be told, Bluebird, I owe you a lot.
No.
Yes, I do.
No.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And
No.
even he tries to put her in a nuggie.
No!
Yes, I do.
Explosion of feathers.
Kika is now dead. Do you remember the Robin
No,
from Shrek
I didn't
that
mean
was trying to knock Fiona in the singing?
I didn't mean a literal explosion. I didn't mean a literal explosion, Jesus.
She's a wild magic child, but she's not that bad.
I was gonna say it would be. She really is her mother's daughter.
No, she'd be her mother's daughter if she went to the astral plane.
Why did she explode for no reason? Who knows? That must be the Kirok bloodline.
Yeah.
One solitary blue feather suddenly just comes in the screen.
Sinks into your forehead. You're now cursed to become like Nemo.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah.
I mean, if I didn't have you guys find me and, still be trying to run away from you-know-who.
Well, I guess that's just another part of the past now.
Exactly.
Yeah. Keep looking forward, right?
Keep flying forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta.
Yes.
You gotta stay with me because how else am I gonna teach you about skydancing?
Exactly.
Because
Because that was what I was going to ask you next.
yeah, but that's really hard to do on the material plane.
So she says.
I mean,
Just
look,
like
I
start sort of doing the warm-ups and everything.
It's definitely doable, but it's easier for you, I should say.
No, come on. What's the 101? What do I need to know first?
Okay.
No. 101 is have wings. I get that
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. I was just,
Get that bit.
rule one is
yeah.
your feet don't touch the ground. That's rule one. Because sky dance. So there's no ground.
So jumping then. Okay. And suddenly starts sort of trying to jump on the heels and not necessarily doing a very good job of it.
We'll get there. Maybe not tonight.
Okay.
And maybe over a body of water.
Yes. Yeah. I will work out this sky dancing thing because it sounds awesome and I've seen it done and oh my god, amazing.
I wish my dad was here. He's really good at it.
Cat lands on Loyalty's head. Dance! Ah!
Yeah.
Dance, revolution. Where was my voice going there? Looks down at low. Hey there, smooth skin.
If the hamster dance starts, I'm leaving.
You
No,
gotta go to
we'll-
the giant DDR machine in the sky.
When Cat sort of says, dance, dance, Lo will sort of start doing his usual tap dancing routine with far too many spins involved and jumps. Because he's all warmed up now and hyper. You, I bet you're good at sky dancing, Cat. Yeah.
Maybe.
Don't worry about your dad. I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah, that'll be okay. I'm sorry, I always lower the tone.
No. Lo sort of comes in with a sweep and sort of sits down. Thing is, Bluebird, you got every right to worry. I mean, they are your family after all.
Yeah. Like, a lot of my family, really.
See, you're lucky. You remember your family. I'm only just getting the scraps of it.
You'll remember. I'm sure you will. You're starting to remember other things.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I got a new one as well, and he gestures to the camp, and I got a big sister. And he just goes boop on the beak.
I'm like 90% sure that you're older than me. Like 95. 98. I'm really
99.
I'm really sure you're older than me.
No, big sister.
I don't know if that's how that works. I'm also shorter than you, like, so even in the literal sense it doesn't work.
Feathers.
I cast and marker.
No!
I was gonna say, I don't think you have access to that, because that is terrifying.
So
It's like
who's got the
Salto
more feathers?
2.0! Boom!
Me or you?
Actually,
No, you can't! Stop it!
I
You
mean-
can't cast it! I don't let you! It's a second level spell, you don't have access to it!
I mean,
You don't have access to it! Go away!
if we're
Oh, no, no,
if
no,
we're
no,
a
no,
fa-
no,
if
that's
we're a
fine.
family, then that means that you can think of Kayak as family too, and he's definitely a big brother.
Yeah.
Like in
That was-
like the opposite of me. So like because I'm like the smaller in every way, he's bigger in every way. Like if think of any way that you can describe the word big, and that will apply to Kayak.
But I think of you as big.
It doesn't work like that.
Of course it does. I mean, that's the thing about magic, isn't it? If you think it, it happens. So if you think you're big, and you think you're strong, and you think you're brave, magic.
That's where it all falls apart, though.
This is the other thing about magic. Takes practice.
Oh yeah, that's very true.
So, what do? We think big. And we think strong. I mean, you got one thing, right? I mean, that poof thing you do? Yeah, keep doing that. Big.
That's not the same. That's just a reaction. I can't help it. And
Yeah, but it's a good reaction.
most of the time, it's also out of embarrassment.
But I like it. It's cute.
Aw, thank you.
Because you sparkle when you do it. Yeah. Keep thinking big. He does the sort of cute little beak thing again. Right. I gotta prepare for sky dancing. He gets up and he's sort of doing his usual strut and sort of jumping every now and again, trying to make sure that he can stay in the air as long as he can. Which usually involves trying to do a somersault, failing, then trying to do a twirl, failing, falling on his ass, then trying to head over to the bed, to his bedroll.
Cat will have done the cat thing and have wandered off partway through the conversation, but will have come back to give Kika a dead animal, which is Cat 101. In this case, a worm.
Oh, worm.
Oh, Kika literally says that. She goes, "Oh, worm." Oh.
Worm, worm,
Worm.
worm.
Thank you.
So sound like it's been springing there for a second. Just. Wah.
Bang.
Thank you.
As you all bang about yourselves,
We turn into sheep.
Bye.
My bird's already a cat. Doesn't need to be a sheep as well.
They get stated.
What is happening?
I don't know. We're descending into madness.
Descending. It would be a short trip.
You were saying, Serenus?
I was saying out of character, just saying that bit early, you know, soon sheep, soon.
get out.
No.
Bard. Somebody kill him. I'll give you money.
No.
How dare? How dare you defy me?
I defy the gods.
Asshole.
Hey, Das, do we get a long rest?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I don't know, do you? Who's keeping watch tonight?
Let's find out.
I mean, I'm in a tree, so I
can't-
can take a watch.
We did have a watch schedule somewhere.
Oh yeah, I am the one who has it. It's
There
me.
we
I'm
go
the one
then.
who has that. Oh, it still has Kayak on it. That doesn't work. Ah! Oh god, what is happening? Oh lord.
Then I'll
Stop.
take. Then
There we
I'll
go.
take
Uh,
Kate's
ahem.
place then.
Oh, that works. So, the one I have written down is Runara Wittick, Posy Low, King and Serenus. And apparently Kika's not on it. Kika doesn't have to take watch, she sleeps.
What?
I guess Wittick's always up, so I can always swap it around.
Yeah, Widdick's always awake and I'm up for all night, so that's for 4 hours where I sort of zone out.
It's interchangeable,
Sure.
but there's always someone on watch.
Just vibing in the corner while that happens.
So, yeah, we can take whatever watch we want, so this whole activity was useless.
Yeah, so do you need a particular order, Das?
No, not really.
Funk.
Wait for this.
Should we just say if we're taking a watch, we roll a perception check? Would that help?
That would help.
Okay, I will take a watch.
And you will make a check. You're looking for the moon all night.
That sounds right.
Who was with Posy?
Yes. Nah, you're fine. I'm fucking with you. You guys have a night that passes out of it.
Okay.
By the way, we only have chess to play. I left the cards with the triplets. In case that comes up.
Yes, it's a very important element.
I don't know, I feel like there's people in our party that might try to con someone at cards.
Who would do something as stupid as Ollie?
That's just me.
And Frog.
No, Frog wouldn't cheat you at cards.
But more accurately, loyalty, to be fair.
Yes, I was gonna say low, maybe.
He can try,
Anyone can try, just a lot.
but he will just end up with 2 aces of hearts.
Go fish.
Why has this one got a moose on it?
Wait, what?
I've got 5 aces.
Tangent. This is the tangent song.
Sorry.
Yes,
we
we
need
wake
a
up.
tangent emote.
We wake up.
The longer I hesitate, the more you're like, we wake up, right? That's wake up!
Presumably, the person we're escorting wants to go in the direction they are going, and we escort them. Trying to make
Oh god, this is a
Can I make a
disaster.
perception check? Is I staying up all night?
Sure, you can make one.
Are you sure? We've already said that nothing happened.
Okay, cool. I just
Well, you encountered nothing.
I think what happened. We just didn't see anything happen.
See, that man knows the words.
Da-da-da.
Alright, where's your fucking donkey?
oh,
Oh yeah, you were just No, actually, yeah, you were from Luskin 3 days, just gone into Carhold, and now you're on your
basically
way.
on the dawn of the 4th day.
We're by this.
The Rohirrim are gonna fucking rage ya.
But yeah, the main reason I was asking is because I'm
you're keeping
trying to
track
make-
to go back to Luskin.
No, yeah, let's go.
Go meet
Or
your
no,
missing
no,
princess.
Port Lost.
Oh yeah, you're in Port Lost. You want to go back there? Yeah.
Yeah. Been apparently half
Okay.
goddamn one.
Gotta wait, motherfucker. How long is it out until you have to go back to say hi?
14 days.
14 days. Ooh, tick-tock, motherfucker.
I know. Try to.
Don't worry, Bryn Shandar is gonna be like your Falonsmore. You're there for a fucking... You feel...
No.
Never again.
I couldn't do it.
We'll get there. Be like, all right, bye, Foss. Have a good one. Thanks for the stuff. All right, bye. Get the fuck in the car. Go, go, go.
You couldn't do it purely because if you presented that to Krauser, he would literally just go, you know what? Now I'm gonna burn this all down now.
Preempt this.
If you want to try and burn down Bryn Shandar, be my guest.
He'd try.
He would.
City of Ice, yeah, good luck. Ignoring the people.
If anyone would find a fucking way.
It'd be you, Miss Pyromaniac.
Mm.
You have enough fireballs, anything's possible.
No, it's really not.
No, it is.
Oh,
Oh.
Even with the pyromaniac reputation, it's been a long time since Code played a fire character.
Charles, we need to fix that.
I mean, as far as you know.
That's the thing none of you know. She's actually a sorceress.
Ah. Right, let's go.
eh.
Okay. So, what are you guys doing while you're on the road?
Keep and watch, I guess. Not much else
Well,
to
not
do.
much to do.
Attempt to train the dogs to sit.
Animal handling check on with disadvantage because they are basically like not even 3 months old. They know that when you raise up your hand, they need to stop. That's it.
It's a good start.
Start.
Progress. That's really good
Very good
progress.
start.
But sometimes they forget that, and then they just kind of pee a little.
Aww.
Oh.
You think you're like, haha, I've made progress. No, you just needed to take a shit.
Baby steps, baby steps.
Which they do. They do the I'm taking big step.
They
That kind of
definitely
deter-
do, certainly do.
Oh lord, they're coming.
What has happened to us this week?
Oh,
Sorry.
rough
God.
rough
Sorry,
week, huh,
Dad.
guys?
I'm sorry, Dad.
Yeah.
The only way I can think to reset it is this. King says to everybody on our trip, a horse walks into a bar. The bartender says,
Ouch.
"Hey." The bartender says, "Hey." The horse replies, "Sure, I would love some."
That was like such a weird one. I saw the course it was going and it continued in that direction.
Foster's looks at all of you and goes, listen up. This is my poem. I dig, you dig, she dig, he dig, they dig, we all dig. It's not a very good poem, but it's very deep.
It sounds like you're conjugating.
That's terrible.
That is highly humorous.
Who would like to make a perception check for your keeping watch as you travel?
I'll
because
do
you're
it.
going on the road.
I will.
Is it with advantage because of how many people are doing it?
Only one person gets to do it, but they get to do it with advantage because I presume some motherfucker is going to assist them.
I have a 5 in perception. Does anybody else have better?
Nope.
You've already
Go
called
ahead.
that you're doing it, fuck boy. Roll. Roll with advantage.
With advantage.
Got people helping you, so roll again.
Hey!
Much better. Much better.
I just saw the blink stats. Just the sight blink.
Don't call me fuckboy. I'm an outright
See,
Don't
I
come to me.
I'm now picturing like that they look and they go, hold on, I think I got something in my eye. They rub their eye and it's like 20/20 vision.
Yeah. It's like, wow.
Oh god. Please stop trying to make me laugh because I'm dying.
No, what did my elf eye see?
Oh, look how annoyed he is!
Oh.
Wasn't it?
Give me a second.
Oh, honey, I'm so
Let me
sorry.
open the book to the page I need.
Let me get the picture up. You see this?
I'm sorry, Han. We'll stop.
No, it's funny.
God, we're
No
all
Dust
on
is
one
dead.
tonight.
No Dust is dead.
Okay. As you're going along the road, keeping a track of anything, everything, and anyone that you can see, you do encounter people as you're traveling, just going back the other way you come, just travelers, merchants, the usual deal. After a while, can you see off the side of the road about 20, 30 feet from the road is just an outcropping of rock, but you're looking at it for a while and the rock is disturbingly clean, as in freshly put there kind of situation, and there's no buildup of moss at the bottoms of it or anything else. And it's one of those things of you wouldn't think a second look at it, but you just look over towards it and it just seems to be as if it was just very recently placed.
I call them to stop the cart.
Cart is stopped.
There's
going
something
on?
suspicious over there. Beyond seeming unnatural, they're very recently placed and excessively clean.
Which rock?
I point to the rocks.
It's just a small rock outcropping that is like it'd be the kind of thing where it would make sense if this was like a rocky area, but it's just in a field by itself, and it's not a shepherd's point or it's not any kind of like agricultural thing, so it doesn't really make sense.
And it
where
clearly
is.
doesn't look like it's a made grave or anything. It's
No, it doesn't look like a made grave. No.
Is it like, is it in the way, like we're gonna have to go really close to it to go
No,
past it,
well-
or is it like out of the way?
You'll be about 20 foot away from it by the road.
Enough that if it was a thing, it would see us. Right. Well, do we want to go look?
I mean, yeah, I think it might be best. Could I know?
would it stand beside me if you would, and I move about 30 feet from it.
Yeah, Yeah, I'll follow a bit behind them.
Okay. It is a rock.
I prod with mage hand.
You prod the rock.
Poke.
It's about a 4-foot tall rock. Just mage hand touches against it. Nothing.
That makes me more confident. I'll go up to it and have a better investigation.
Roll a no. Make an investigation check.
While he's doing this, I'm going to cast Detect Good and Evil.
This is a neutral rock.
We all know that's not what the spell does.
It's not a boulder.
Quick question now.
It's a rock! It's right for miles.
Oh no! Oh no!
We found the Jeep.
Beep beep.
Hey, Das. Quick question. I remember was it last time? I think it was. Fast had like a friend with him.
Yes.
Is that friend still with Fast, or are they gone?
No. They are gone.
Good to know. Just checking. Sorry, Kara.
Sorry, just looking at it. You detect good and evil, and there is no creatures aside from King in front of you, who has the very faint aura of undeath, but you have grown accustomed to this.
Right.
What with her demeanor.
I just wanted to be sure it wasn't just a random elemental just
Just a
sitting here.
random rock, just like, I'm just vibing, man. Why you
Yeah,
push
you know.
me?
I rolled my investigation, by the way.
Yes, is a rock.
It's a wrap. Yeah, you did. I guess.
Well, King, I think you might have jumped it a bit on this one.
You look around the sides of the rock, and it's kind of wedged. You can tell it's a bigger rock that's kind of been wedged down a bit, but can't see anything of uniqueness to it. And you're also not really a person who could move a 4-foot tall, probably 1.5 foot wide rock.
I mean, I'll cast Detect
You were
Magic because it's free.
You're probably right, but just to be sure, I'll call in an expert on the matter. Serenus, look at this rock.
Huh?
There is no magic.
That's true. We're
from
fucking stupid. We have a rock expert on
Rock
hand.
expert right here.
the ho on the rocks.
I'm going to.
It's a rock.
I'm going to just take a pebble from the ground and just normal pebble and just try and do magic stone and just throw it against it.
Ting! Bounces
yes.
off the rock.
Yeah, to the rock expert.
He comes up with a magnifying glass, sort of puts his ear to it, taps it, licks it a little bit. Yep, that's a rock. Calcite.
I touch it with my hand, but beyond that, perhaps you're right. Move the cart across. We'll just keep an eye on it as we do.
You say that it's totally clean? There's...
It's almost as if it's meant to, if you were looking for it, to stand out.
Right. There's something weird in the sky around here, is there?
Make a perception check.
I was gonna ask, does the area around the rock, does it look like it was just impact?
No, it doesn't look like
Man,
it's
nobody
impact.
can roll today.
Clouds.
Cool.
Oh god, I just got a flashback.
That's always been a bad thing too.
Yeah, I just got a flashback of
Historically, this is not a good sign.
Clouds isn't a good thing.
Throwback to the infamous "there are clouds." What kind of clouds, Cass?
Oh no, Ali has no idea what we're talking about.
Throwback,
Nope.
Jesus. The amount of times where Jess was you see clouds, and I would just go into a full-on panic. Oh god, guys, there's clouds!
Hello, my
The skies
clouds.
the sky has layers.
Ah.
So looking at this stone, if you were standing next to it, do I notice anything else in the in any
Area.
distances that
Make an
could
investigation check.
Fuck you, Blue.
Oh my god!
There's nothing. It looks like the rock is just sat there. Doesn't look like it's slammed down or there's like a big wide area from like an impact or nothing. It looks like it's just been chunked and left there.
Huh. Hey,
Gonna-
hey, Wizzick. Do you could pick this up?
That's out of character.
See, I got a strength score of 17. Probably not.
You can make an athletics check to try and lift it if you want to. But bear in mind, you're not lifting this for a long period. It's like going, hit!
Just basically, just flip it. Fuck it.
Flipping the rock is a lot more difficult than just going up and off.
Yeah.
Party being derailed by a rock.
I was saying to Blue, this is gonna be like the tree all over again.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
2 hours spent investigating inanimate objects.
Ah, the
What you do?
tree. I was thinking of another tree, but yes.
You basically just watch as Wittick just squats down. His arms barely like clip around the whole part of the rock.
I'm
and
gonna be
just
an Iron Man.
lifts the rock up. He kind of like almost sinks a little bit. His heels do into the ground as he's doing it. Lifts the rock and just shunts it out of the way. And you look into the hole, and there's a small wooden box.
Well, damn. Out of character. Well done. Very impressive, Wittick.
I mean, like, I suggested it, like, you know, like...
Also, your detect magic is still up, and there is no magic from box.
Interesting. Somebody's gone to great lengths to hide this, but at the same point, make it visible later.
It doesn't appear to be magical, but that doesn't mean it's not trapped.
We could just, leave it. It's clearly important to someone.
Yeah, I mean, if I wanted to stick a great big fucking rock on something, I mean, there's probably a good reason for it.
But at the
On one
same...
hand, I don't want to steal from anybody, but on another hand, with the way this is hidden, I would like to investigate to make sure it is not some sort of illicit material or information.
That is true. And on that note, I'm just gonna lean forwards and just like reach to open it.
I'm gonna take a
That's a
step
good point
back.
you make.
I'm gonna take a step back.
Oh,
Flap your hand before you open it, and I cast Mage Hand to,
Safely open it.
yeah, safely open
Come
it.
on, King, it'll be fine. Like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? It's
Gonna
a
take
box.
like 3 steps back, just
What's
in case.
the worst that could happen? Okay.
Hide behind
Yeah.
stamping, maybe.
And then you put back your Mage Hand.
Serenus, you turn away from the box to sit to look at King and go, "What's the worst that could happen?" Shunk. Make a con save.
Oh,
No.
You go, "What's the worst that could happen?" Shunk. There's a dart in your ass.
oh.
Mage Hand doesn't stop everything.
You're asleep for 4 rounds.
I'll just walk over and poke him.
He's alive.
Oh dear.
Maybe put him back in the cart.
I'm sure the cleric looks after him and checks his health and whatnot.
She kicks him. He like makes a noise. He's alive.
Excellent. All right. Which way did the
within the
dart come in?
chest, within the small
Okay, yep.
2 foot by 2 foot box, there are 7 diamonds, which amass to a total of 500 gold total worth of them. So using them all together for a spell would work. You don't need a single diamond of a particular value for certain spells.
Right.
You find 4 platinum. You find 5 rubies, amassing to about 200 gold. And then 120 gold.
Any indication how long this has been here, or anything?
I mean, your investigations have been dog shit, my dude.
That's true. I have a hard time believing this is just somebody's property when it's buried like this. But at the same point, even if it is ill-gun gains, I would have no idea of how to return it.
Seems like it's almost like someone's like backup cache or something. Like if something goes
Maybe.
wrong somewhere, they come here and get this.
Quite possibly
Das.
somebody's nest egg, but also quite
Girls.
possibly some thief's stash.
Can I have a look? Like in the of this box, is there like I'm assuming there's like a lid.
Yes.
Is there like I don't know like initials or anything, any kind of information?
Make an investigation check, but you're gonna be the last investigation check I let on this damn box.
Fair enough.
Cause y'all motherfuckers be looking.
It's true. Yeah. If it narrows it down, I'm specifically looking for anything that might identify an owner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm okay at this.
1. God damn it.
Hey!
You cannot curse me.
You curse yourself perfectly fine.
Exactly. I don't need your help.
And yet I'm so willing to assist. You basically like look at the box and you lift it up and you look around the insides of it, and it's got like this kind of foam inlay to it, like almost like this soft like cotton, and you just kind of like peel that back from the sides, and as you do, you see 2 initials on the inside, and it is the letter A and the letter D.
Does this mean anything to anybody?
Not to me, but I haven't been this far north, really. But it does suggest it does belong to someone, or at least, unless this is a maker's mark,
Possibility.
probably leave it. I'm not a big fan of
Yes, I'm.
tampering with things that people are going to care if disappears completely.
Yes, being that I've been in the trade of merchantiles, would I be able to tell whether or not it's a merchant mark or not?
Oh, there we go. How about we actually ask the merchant that is traveling with us,
Yeah.
Sandman.
Given that it's on the inside of the actual box, it implies that it's either later stamped on by whoever bought it, or it is the initials of someone who made it. But given the fact that it's being covered up, it's probably by whoever made it, not by the owner.
Yeah.
We'll ask a more well-travelled merchant friend all the same. And what are your thoughts on this matter?
Just say it is Foss. Is it Foss you're asking, is it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Who's that?
Mr. Sandman.
You just turn around and say, "It's like, are you done robbing
Look at
them
this
yet or
box.
not? Get back in the car. Fucking loot and put the rock back. Come on."
I like your thinking. I jump with the box into the fucking bag of holding, put the box back, close it, and put the rock back.
Shunk.
Fine.
If they
I
left a really obvious rock, it's their own fault.
To be fair, now
Also,
that we've
nobody
disturbed
does
it-
that legitimately. I'm just saying.
That I say, yes, it does seem unlikely to be legitimate.
It's also worth remembering, though, King, very few people do anything legitimately that Foss encounters.
What did you say? I heard my name. My
I
ears
said
are
you were
burning.
a very respectable trader and someone I
How
trust
dare you
dearly.
lie to me? How dare you insult me and my place in this world with such falsehoods? I thought we
Put
were
the crossbow away and
friends.
walk back to the car.
I thought we were friends. Now fucking rob them and let's go.
This entire conversation is really exemplified by the fact that I watched a show the other day, and literally in the program, the trader that was friends with everybody betrayed everybody.
He betrayed.
Well-
did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Ow!
Sorry, but that sounded like I smacked you. Just.
Ow! Oh!
Rose laughing.
Safeguarding it, hopefully we can bring this to a legal end. As we've disturbed the rock, leaving it here would have probably just led to more looting anyway, so let's be on our way with it.
Okay.
I'll write this down because Kay is not here for inventory management.
Yes,
I will tell
please, somebody do it.
him. I will tell him. I've got it written down, but I'll tell him.
Also, just to point out, Cernus has got a dart in his ass that made him fall
Oh,
asleep.
Cernus, you woke up by now.
So yeah, whoever put this here probably did not intend for anybody to actually try to take it. So
What?
what?
Wait, what happens?
We're on the
Oh,
move,
nothing,
Zaranus. Let's go.
Your mouth is really dry.
What?
Good news, Serenus. You earned a free dart.
Yeah, kind of like Maui, just dart in the ass.
Was there anything in the chest?
No,
it's
there wasn't
completely
anything.
empty.
Make a deception
Oh.
check.
Yeah, we found some. We
Which
found
one?
some diamonds.
The three of us said it at the same
Paladin
time.
said it. Paladin said it first.
Alrighty.
Make the paladin lie. Serenus, your passive wisdom knows that he's talking shit.
Wow, that's... You know, I might have a very dry mouth, but I mean, I can tell through your...
We found
Live.
some good in it.
Yeah, there was a little
We
bit of
will
money and stuff.
try to bring it to a legal end.
So all
I mean, you
need...
could just give the money to me and I give you stuff, and that counts as a legal transaction.
Never dead, none could have bet, my friend.
Gesundheit.
I think is that money laundering at that point? Our character.
You talk too much.
I passed.
Well,
Posey would
Never
not say
should
that,
take
but
the
I
lead.
say it.
I passed Serenus
Never
a water
dead,
skin.
none could have bet. It means you can have no greater title, which means giving something. If I have stolen something and then use that as trade or whatever, the person who I've traded with has no extra legal title to it either, and still must return to its original owner.
Why is she just the sport? Just the big sport.
This,
I'm
however,
glad there's
does
no
not.
thieves that run with you, because God, they hate you.
Oh yes, very much.
The,
This
the only
how
thing, the only thing
it
that
will-
I steal is hearts, dude.
Wow,
will
that was
pro-
gay. I love it.
Uh,
Let's go Stampy.
There's an interesting legal loophole you may appreciate, my merchant friend. Never
And
that
as you
non could have
begin,
bet.
here's a legal thing. We're gonna take a break.
Okay, I need more water.
Yeah,
I
so
need
do
it.
I. We will be right back.
Quiet. Back.
And we're back.
Welcome back, everybody. Mm-hmm. So, you had your long rest. You awake. And you continued your day after you found a rock. Spent a bit of time with the rock. Got shot by the rock. Dwayne Johnson's really falling down cliff, man.
Oh my god, I've literally just realised what we did. It was Animal Crossing. We hit the rock until the gold came out.
We're gonna meet a raccoon soon, and he's gonna point a gun at us. And just be like, "Oi!"
Tanuki's just gonna come around the corner. Just
Goddamn Tanukis.
Tom Nook would be a fucking CR10 encounter. He'd
Carry
fucking
on.
take you on.
If we find Isabel, we're going demon slaying.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, hang on. No.
No, she's gonna go. Hold on. She's gonna say, no, like, hold on 1 second. Picks her phone up. Hello, can you come over? And then Doom Guy just walks through.
Doom Guy is the chill guy. If we know any rules of dogs, is that the big one is the calm one, the little one's the gremlin. Anyway, tangent. Although there is a Doom Guy in this world, just find him.
No.
We all know he's good with people who aren't demons. Hi, King. Moving on.
She's not a demon though.
Not yet.
She doesn't look natural though.
Wow, prejudice.
I mean, we have
My
met
disguise to
racist
look more
knights,
free.
Racist ass nests.
Yeah. So. Anyway. We
You
continue our travels.
Continue your travels. You have, aside from your rock encounter, a pretty uneventful day that takes you towards the junction, the crossroad, shall we say. Bless you. So, you approach the crossroads that will take you to either Fireshear, Iron Masters, or Hundlestone. So, what way do you guys go?
We need to go to Hundlestone via Hundlestone to Bryn Shandar, right? For
Correct. Boss wants that.
Yeah. Take cross that way, then
and then we'll
double
double
back.
back.
Yeah. And then we'll go to the mark on the way back.
Sure. Okay. So then, you more or less camp close to the crossroads, and in the morning then you make your way to Hundlestone, which you'd arrive at by about, let's see, so it would take you 3 days to get from the forest to Hundlestone, roughly. So just give me a moment. H is for Hundlestone. Okay. You find yourselves on the road. It begins to, it's got the slow elevation upward, which after a while you realize is taxing a bit on your donkeys and on Stampy. You find that as you're going up, it's more of a rockier and rockier environment about you on all sides. Greenery just begins fading away to just mosses and other like low shrubberies that will just cling to anything and live. You know, the kind of weeds that go, oh fuck yeah, concrete. Those kind of plants.
Yeah.
You begin seeing more and more as you go as well. Snow is building as you are getting up towards higher altitudes and much more north and colder as you go. You begin making your way up, and then towards like the end of the day, you begin seeing some very short, small buildings as you go, and you realize that now on this portion of the 10 trail, at the highest elevation of it all, you see Handlestone. Its buildings are low, with most of their rooms cut out of the actual soil and rock below ground level. Their roofs are steeply pitched to better shed snow that blankets from the mountain tops. As you make your way up, you are warned by people who are just like, throwing voices as they go, as a general greeting, but also a warning to stoop low as they pass through the town, lest they be blown away. You find that it's actually like a very high, nearly like flat top point, and the wind is strong up here. But given the fact that most of you are in carts, one of which is being pulled by a triceratops, realistically you won't really be moved. Will you be spending a night in Handlestone?
I guess it depends if our employer wants us to.
Yeah, does he
And
think
also
we
what
should
time of
keep
day
going,
it is,
or
yeah.
would he rather stop? We've already had enough detours on our account.
Given the fact it's towards the end of the day, it would make sense to rest here. So we're going to just take it down, huddle down, hunker down. You might want to check, see if they've got any kind of like little inn or something here that's buried into the ground. Good luck to you, fitting in as he points towards Wittek and Serenus. But I stay out here with my cart.
I will stay to watch the cart myself.
Yeah, if the cart is keeping most of the wind off, it might actually be smarter for us to try and sleep at the cart, maybe. If we're only doing for one night, but it's up to you guys.
It's not a bad idea.
You can go find an inn. I was simply doing it since I don't really need a bed.
No, but you are 5 pounds nothing.
Yes.
And I will say this, Serenus, you have the wherewithal, due to being a druid of nature and sensibility entailed. You're keeping the puppies very tucked down in this time, because this is the kind of wind that could probably send one of them flying if they lost their balance, so you are keeping them tucked to yourself. King, there's moments when the wind hits strong and you go a little bit too far forward, like the wind literally takes the air out of your lung.
Milady, please.
Oh, well done.
Milady, come on. Let's see if we can find you a room downstairs.
Probably just as well. I only weigh 80 pounds after all.
Several of your party members weigh more than you and another party member put together.
Mm-hmm.
Keep in mind.
Yeah, that's who I'm talking about, big guy.
Not only
Your
am I
leg
small,
weighs more.
I'm missing bits.
Besides,
No,
we need to.
Doctors hate this weight loss.
Yeah, lose several internal organs.
Embrace undeath. Remove several.
Is that-
Majority of your bones and several organs.
Is that just one of those like Facebook ads that's going to pop off saying like,
Basically, yeah.
Doctors hate him.
Pelor, hate her.
Click here to find out why.
As I was saying, Law will make a comment about finding a carpenter to try and get a roof on thing. What he's trying to talk about is one of these gypsy caravans. Well, I should say.
I know the ones you're talking about, but
Caravans.
It would probably get
I read
blown
it.
away up here.
probably get blown
Yeah.
away up here, but also the cart isn't tall enough to facilitate it. Like, you'd all be kind of then slumped in, more or less, from it.
Mm.
Yeah, I think we're kind of out of character. I imagine we're probably abusing the fact that it doesn't have a roof on it to fit us all in it.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's how you're fitting in.
So out of character though, hypothetically, if you extend the magic bag over the opening to it,
No.
No.
Would
See,
you
there's
like
a
your
very
magic bag to fly away?
it'd be that best scene out of Harry Potter when like the walk to the tin and it's
No.
massive.
There's a chapter of the Odyssey about this. I'm
Don't,
not in
don't
for
put
it.
living. Don't put living things in the bag of holding unless you want them to come out not alive.
Are we off
Head in
to
back.
find an inn?
Yeah,
No,
let's go find
bad.
an inn. We're gonna go find an inn.
Yep.
Okay. Just a moment.
DM starts typing. Fear.
Carrot the frog meme.
Everyone suddenly looks at their Discord like, who are you messaging?
You don't know.
No, I don't. That's the problem.
Ah, suffer in silence.
Okay.
Okay.
You see the sign to this tavern. Bear in mind, this is essentially like the only way I can really describe it is that it's cut out from the earth, is just like a small space to the front of it that lets people step down before stepping into the tavern. And there's a small sign which you can only see as you pass it, because it's more or less like where a sign usually is. It's up here with the wind, and it's of a humanoid, not sure if it's a human or a halfling, just in a snowball, like quite literally head up, as if like they're a portion of a snowman, called the Private Snowball. When you make your way in, you see that there are several individuals within there. Not too many, but probably about 3 or 4 travelers, and a few locals, but aside from that, not much else. I'm not going to lie, I really resisted the name of calling this the Windy Fox. It's fucking windy.
Windy.
You make your way in, and 4 rooms for yourself. It depends on how you split it, but it would cost about 50 silver for a room for a night. That would facilitate 2 people normally.
What's the total? Like,
So if there was
that's 2.
7 of you, is there? Am I right in that? King, Posey, Serenus.
Yeah, 7 of us.
The 7 of you. It would be unless you were to cut back on 1 room and have 1 person stay with 2 other people.
Well, I don't need a bed,
I
so
think we probably would, just because we don't like people sleeping alone.
Okay.
So 3 rooms.
3 rooms,
So
so
that's
50
a
gold.
gold. So that's
so
a gold. And
a gold 50.
Cool, easy.
Yeah.
I'll pay that.
Yeah. Kika pays it, and you all go in. You have your drinks for whatever you would like for your night, and you have, especially with the wind outside, a relatively warm interior. There's like a corner point fireplace, like a brick fireplace, buried onto the inside of it.
No way.
And
Confusing gold with IRL currency. It's 10 per gold, not 100.
oh, my mistake. Yeah. So that will be. So 10
So
silver
50
is
yes.
10 gold.
Yeah. So you said it was 50 silver, so it's 5.
50 silver, 5 gold.
So it's 5 gold for 1 room. Fucking hell.
Okay, I did my math wrong, and that would be 5 silver then.
5. Okay.
Jesus Christ, no.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was gonna say. Yeah.
Motherfucker, that's the only fucking place you can sleep in here. You better pay your ass.
There we go.
No, 5 silver. 1.5 gold.
Done.
That's where I had a brain fart. I usually don't have brain farts with math. Sorry.
D&D currency.
Fuck you, Electrum! I'll get you next time, Electrum. Yeah.
I was going to say that Law would attempt to see if he can earn any money here, but I don't know. But if you want me to roll, something, let me know, because I'm just
Realistically, you're not really going to have much that you can actually do. Not many people are here for it.
right. So don't worry, son.
So, you can talk amongst yourselves as you like. You have a quiet night, you relax, and come the morning. What?
No, don't worry.
No.
I was actually gonna say, Posey goes up to her room and just sits in there with her books and sulks.
Aw.
Who do you share a room with then?
I don't actually know.
Somebody
Who-
pick a roommate.
Who do I usually share them with? Probably Kika and...
We do normally do a
Someone.
female-male split, so I guess it'll
Yeah.
be...
But we've got a lot more female than male.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, do we? Yeah. Yeah.
Quite a margin.
Checks the portrait.
Fairness, low,
We have
Wittick.
it's 4-3, so I wouldn't call it quite a margin, but yeah.
Compared to what you usually, well, in fairness, up until Pop, up until SKT, Lost Mind, it was a 3-1.
That's true. I'll share a room.
I suppose the girls and the guys will separate.
Well, we got 3 rooms, right? I'll share a room with like Kika.
Okay.
That would just make sense.
Kiki going to get another follower for her patron.
No.
More family.
One of us.
Holding Runara like, no. The family will not take us.
Woo, family.
This is like a closet. How many Frozen references can we get?
And he's gone. I got him.
Quick, the DM's dead. Take over. God is dead and we killed him.
I'm just picturing how many fucking heads would be in that Steam room. Hello, family, just 12 people.
You wouldn't see any one individual face. It would just be like just a blur.
It's just a mass.
Yeah.
I sort of picture all of the SKT crew, all their extended family, Gregor, Nezinar, Sildar, just smashed in.
This is a dumb bit. Let's go. Send it. Shut it down. Shut it down.
I can.
We have to wait for the DM to recover.
Are you okay?
Oh, no.
Huh?
You alright?
Yeah, I'm good. I would much rather be outside, but that cannot be achieved right now.
No, it's kind of too windy out there and kind of cold.
Yeah, not really my scene.
Yeah, you seem to be a big fan of sleeping outside. Which is interesting because a lot of the time that's more dangerous.
I mean, I can handle myself, but
Yeah, you can.
yeah, I'd rather just be, like where I can see the sky.
I get that.
You get that.
Yeah, I get that.
I will try and do it without freaking all of you out as much, but I think now that you all know that I do it, I don't freak you out as much, just because.
Yeah. Yeah, it just took some getting used to. We don't mind too much, so long as we know where you are, kind of thing.
It's much easier now we all camp together,
Yeah.
instead of just being in random taverns like this. But yeah, I feel like being on the roof would be a bad idea right here.
I mean, I can try something. It's something that Mum used to do a lot for me because I quite liked the sky as well.
I mean, if it's to do with flying, I wouldn't recommend it. But
No, not flying. No, again, it's too windy.
It's much too windy.
Yeah. I don't know how big is the room, Das.
Oh, it's a low ceiling room, probably like 6 foot maybe for its ceiling, but it's
How
wide, about 15 foot wide.
Excellent, because this is a 15-foot spell.
Hey, when it
There's
was
just like the boys in the other room going, the fuck? And something just like pierces.
I turn the ceiling basically into stars, and the moon, obviously. But I turn the ceiling into stars.
Posey just kind of looks at it and like her eyes go kind of wide. She like visibly like detenses. Yeah, that's better. That's a lot better.
Even
Man,
I
I remember
know-
when I had those glowing dark. Sorry.
I know
yeah, the glow.
Just sticking.
I know I know if Lowell hears something, he'll just sit there and go, "Oh my god, so cute." And the tail.
You're in
with the
another
two
room,
in
unfortunately.
But
Get out of
if
here.
he hears something, he will just automatically go, "Oh my god, that's so cute."
Just, you get a serotonin vibe, you're not sure where from, Loyalty. Maybe it's from
An
your
aura.
patron being
It's a
generous.
15-foot cube, so it fills the ceiling.
Yeah.
Posey just kind of lies down and stares at it and goes, I've got to remember not to talk to the moon, because this moon isn't real.
Yeah, but the moon's there, so, you know, even if you feel like talking to it, it might know that you're
That's
talking
true.
to it.
That's true.
So you
I've
can-
always struggled talking to it when I can't see it. You know, daytime, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
It's up there, but
yeah, it's up there.
thank
Well,
you, Kika.
that's okay. I'm just glad I could help.
This makes it much more tolerable.
I'll keep that in mind for the future in case we get stuck indoors again.
That would be nice for me, thank you.
I.e., whenever we go to the Dwarven Holds.
Yeah.
Being stuck underground! Ah.
Yeah, even Aarakocra aren't a fan of that.
Posey just in that super claustrophobic space. Ah! Where's he? Where's Kyle?
Where's the sky?
Yeah.
Let's go to the tunnels under the ocean.
Well, silent image is free for Kika to cast because it's an invocation, so she'll just keep it up until she kind of.
so
Does she go nap
good.
nap?
Yeah, she'll basically keep it up until she herself starts to fall asleep.
Yeah.
You notice
When-
as the night progresses, Posey, like they start just becoming a little bit less patterned and designed as she's starting to fall asleep herself, and the
Can't
effects are
control
just
it as much.
yeah. And all the stars
gonna-
start getting little wings and little designs.
They start
to
to
them.
like sprinkle down, and then it looks like they're like settling on her feathers.
Yeah, like feathers are falling. Like the stars fall as if they're feathers with the way that they glide and spin
Yeah.
and move where they fall down, but they tend to gravitate towards her as if they're actually like coating her.
I'm gonna get out my white book. I'm
Mhm.
gonna turn to the back of it, and I'm gonna do that thing where you like shade in the whole page and then with just like erase little bits to make it look like the night sky and make little constellations based on ones that are kind of happening as it's
Yeah.
shifting, and just kind of make the back of my
You fucking gay bitch, I
My-
love you.
white my white book that,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will reluctantly sleep. As we can hear Runara probably like snoring in the corner, completely unaware.
Oh yeah, she just straight up like dives
She's
down
on. She's tired.
into the linen pajamas. Whoomp.
With King
Although there
Richard.
is just a K somewhere at work right now going, I have questions! It's like, you're
It's
asleep.
true. The other thing I'm going to do really
Go
quickly,
nap nap.
I'm going to take one of my many flowers, one of the white ones, and just kind of leave it next to Kika and go to sleep.
Okay.
Aw.
It's all a Posey dating simulator, we know this.
Yep.
Yeah, we've long since established this.
Yeah. Chess game?
Who?
You two.
Aren't I in the room with Runara? We had 3 rooms, so who is it in what room?
Oh yeah,
I don't
that's true. Runara probably would be with King. Whoops, never mind.
Oh yeah. Never mind then, that's fine. Look, I love her, but -1 to int, just let's move on.
Will I be in a room with the pups?
The boys.
Lads.
You're in a room with the boys.
The lads
And
room.
the pups.
Lads.
Lads, lads.
I'm pretty sure so they're also there going,
Cute.
Like, we're just gonna sit around like on the beds and just be like, right, lads.
And I'm going to look at you and go, no. Go sit in the corner.
It's a sleepover. Clearly, there's going to be a pillow fight.
I would destroy him and the pillow.
I think that's a
Flying
bludgeoning
pillow.
weapon in Witting's hands.
Yeah,
Would you look as good in sexy lingerie? Because everyone knows sleepover, sexy lingerie pillow fight. That works.
yeah, it's whenever I take the
What?
armor off.
It's gonna be that moment, like we're just like everyone next door is like, what is going on in that room? And I'll just burst through the
I knew I
wall.
was gonna get him. I knew I was gonna get him.
How many? Like the bits are not only
Dude,
getting more
I'm
frequent, but
the
they're also getting dumber as we go.
Yeah, we're slipping into something more comfortable. Here.
Oh god.
I'm gonna kill you now.
Oh, fuck.
That's one sexy
No,
piece.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it.
Let's
Wait,
move on
you've got
before
your
Das
bolt out and
actually
you're
dies.
not-
He's gonna cough up a lung at some point.
But yeah, Curls, that's my secret. I'm always this dumb. It's just it comes out more whenever I'm tired.
And I have. That's my secret. It's always. I'm always as dumb as just whatever bios you have. Put them in. It's like the Hulk thing. I'm
putting
always
it in
dumb.
I'm putting that in the freaking channel text.
Widdick, when you chirp into your lingerie, you go from a Jeep into a Porsche.
This is dumb. This is
I
dumb.
stole
We
that
need to
from
move on.
Stacey.
We
She
need to
sent it
go.
me.
There's so many memes in the channel description now.
That's where they live. The memes are in the description. We established
in
this.
the description, it says in the description the memes in the description.
Don't kill me. Okay.
Okay, he's gonna have a heart attack.
Okay. I love how little I've had to do this session, and I've just had to laugh.
Yeah, we're
I'm-
gonna be finishing before long.
I've needed this. I really needed this, guys.
What a mood. Let's do this.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, gotta roll dice. Huh.
Oh yeah, the thing I have to do. Let's see. Who wants to say higher or lower?
Middle.
That's not an answer.
That just means I rolled twice.
Hit me.
I guess that means
higher.
then.
Higher.
I am rolling twice because of you, smartass. Oh, nice. God damn it. I am picturing that and I know exactly which one of you is which. Loyalty
Which
is
one?
Screech. I love him, but he's Screech. Okay. The morning you wake up, and you know when you get used to a sound and it becomes background, and it's just white noise. Well, you begin noticing a lack thereof when there is no wind in the morning, and it is dead quiet. And you are aware that there is, even from the light that you get, because there's essentially where the windows are on all the sides, essentially like a 5-foot cutout across the entire tavern, just to give it space, but also where light will come into the windows. There is light in the morning, but then it turns over a shadow, which lingers as you guys are getting up in the morning. Okay.
Ignore it.
So you're all up in the morning, you get yourselves ready, and as you step outside, there is a ship overhead.
Is it Kith?
It is very well crafted wood, with the painting designs and motifs of red all across the bow of the ship, all across the top of it.
Yeah, that's good.
There is a essentially the board that is used to come aboard or leave, set up, and at the bottom of this, there is two individuals in these long, like wide, fancy masks that come up with this draconic motif to the center. They both stand 6 foot tall. Long red cloaks overhanging with this kind of scale chain link underneath. And they are talking to a rock gnome at the time, who is on the back foot, more or less, speaking to them. As you see, there are multiple people now. This was your focus, and now you see the full picture around you as there's multiple people moving around, collecting things. It's safe to say right now that Foss's cart looks entirely barren, like he's pretty much just carrying grain and foods. Very simple things. But they're essentially collecting up chests, and there's 3 small chests about 4 foot long, but they're only like maybe a foot deep, and they are brought towards these two. They're lifted. One of them just runs a hand over as if if you ever know the myth of vampires with incessant counting, and people joke that you could trick them for a long time, but what is the real case of they're just really good at counting quick. Like, quite literally, it's that kind of like speed running. Just the box gets closed and it gets pointed up. The second one gets opened. Same again, closed and put up. And the third one gets opened. It counts. It stops. Before reaching down and grabbing one of the people who were offering that one up. And he's just holding them by the throat. And the other person begins shouting in a dismissive manner of just trying to be submissive to this situation. And from one of the houses, somebody goes in, comes back out with a large golden statue, like probably like 3 foot tall, and offers it up. One of them looks to it, points, and it's left on top of the chest, which is then brought up and left in the ship. The two look around, noticing that there's plenty of instilled anxiety currently. Before they step back up onto the ship, the board is pulled up, and you can just see from the sides these two large propellers essentially, and begins taking it up, and the ship is taken up out of the view, shifts in the air, and begins flying eastward.
I imagine we all reconvene like, you guys saw that, right?
Look, fur is on end.
Indeed.
Finds the nearest paper bag.
Literally me and Blue at the moment.
That gif of Liam and O'Brien going,
One of its message, so it's King goes up and pisses off a dragon. No, no.
stab.
King is not zero.
We cannot continue to repeat history.
As soon as you
Won't
said
be
there's
repeated,
a...
you'll be dropped dead.
As soon as you said there's a red airship and there's people with draconic mass, I went straight into Nemo's messages and I sent him the gift. Don't you dare.
I will fucking kill you.
Yep.
Lo will attempt to take Kika's arm and try to be reassuring, although his fur is on end as well.
Yeah.
He's inherited the poofiness.
That's the Lady in Red's like patron quirk. You just get poofy.
Fluff.
It's the gibbly,
But yes,
angry
I-
hair thing.
Yes.
Right, I'm gonna say maybe we don't stay here too long.
I take it by your reaction you know something about that lot, so I will take your advice and we will be off.
Oh, you hear
Oh.
stories. Warnings.
The moment the ship is about 1,000 feet away, Foss taps his finger and the car goes back to its normal design. I wasn't giving any of my things away. Nobody wants
Yeah.
Grenade.
Let's
Especially
get
when
out of
everyone
here.
else here is giving the shinies. Let's fucking go.
He's got the right idea. We follow him.
Yeah. We don't linger.
Yeah, we head off. But King will ask, so what is that about?
Who are you asking?
The merchant. Foss.
Oh, how do I best do the describing of do you know what the old snarl is?
I can't say I've heard of him.
If you were to call Hallwinter the king in the south, Cloth is the king in the north, and the king gets tithes. One of those people who it is it's easier to let him do his thing than it is to challenge him.
I see.
Because
Good
there
to
is
know.
a reason there's an entire veil which people just don't go near. And you don't fuck with him.
I
There
thought
is a
that
group
was
of people
to-
who hunt dragons for sport to the northwest who don't fuck with him.
Oh, is Odesnarl the red dragon that lives in that area?
That is Cloth, as is his true name. Although
I
I don't think
see,
it's
I
his
see.
true name, but it's the name that he gets called, and some people call him Old Snarl because he's old and he snarls. Stupid fucking name, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
King,
certainly.
remember I was telling that story about how Durin scried on a creature to see about a weapon? Yeah, that's who.
Yeah, certainly not a creature you'd want to get on the wrong side of.
Yes.
What moron would ever try to insult a creature like that? Just asking to get blown up.
Oh,
From
yeah.
what I heard, anyway, from my master, apparently they ended up having to, I forget the town specifically, but,
Murbar.
yeah. Murbar basically had to, keep paying them a tide, like everybody else, and then if it wasn't done in a certain amount of time, he's just going to blow Mirabar up.
Tyrants
Right,
will be
fun.
tyrants, but
I love the north.
Yeah,
It's
the North's
cold,
great.
it's wet, it's got dragons. What's that to love?
we have not
Tyrannical
the means, nor
uprisings, oppressive nights. It's great.
Yeah.
those who live here, but that's the way of things.
Who is keeping an eye on the road as you go?
Whoever has good perception.
Try. I will try.
You want to make a perception check for the travel for the day?
Yes. 'cause
Go
I
on,
haven't had it.
Sherlock. Go on, love.
Ooh, come on, boy. Come on, boy. Come on.
Making your way through towards Bryn Shandar, you're following the Ten Trail as you go. You're beginning to realize more and more that the road is just almost iced over at points, where people who have the capacity of magical flame are using it to elevate the issues on the road, just dispose of ice to prevent your multitude of hoofed fellows from tripping or the carts from skirting out of way. Stampy is surprisingly fine due to the fact of most of this ice is thin and heavy big fat feet go
Well, I'm glad to see that they got the road works out on dealing with the snow and stuff, though.
there's just a guy up ahead of you with just a bag of salt. I'm doing my best, you
I was just
asshole!
about to say that.
Yeah, using up in Bryn Shandar, yeah, no, that's it. They gave up on that a long time ago.
Road work ahead. Yeah, I sure
Yeah,
hope it
I sure
does.
hope it does.
It does.
That has been this session.
Yeah.
And then that kid just going, look at all those chickens.
Chickens! Eventually, you do know that the road is beginning to build with snow to the point where it's like 2 or 3 foot high, even at some points, where it just begins becoming into banks, where the likes of Wittick and others have to go out and just straight up shovel as much snow out of the way as they can. And as you continue along, Loyalty, you're not the best person for that, so you're just keeping your eye out as you go.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, you begin hearing the sound of the wind picking up again. And it begins picking up, and you begin seeing that ahead of you, the snow begins to almost block the road, or begins obscuring your vision on the road. And as you're making your way, you can barely even see maybe 20 foot ahead of you as you go. And you all begin getting a bit on edge. Loyalty, you swear that those aren't just the wind howling. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Ooh boy! Ooh.
Don't want to combat encounter in the north without your light domain cleric, do you?
Ow.
Yeah, no, we'll wait for the fire to come back, please.
Oh, that's what you think it is, Blue. That's cute.
Woo?
No.
No woos for yous.
I was just waiting for that. I'm waiting for that one moment when King just pops up just doing magic armor.
Hasn't declared it.
I was about to, but yeah, we
Up
ended
to
the
the
session.
tatas, bitch!
I'm usually very quick on the draw on that one.
But you weren't today, fuckboy.
If I don't say it, don't go.
Okay, well, I guess we'll have to deal with that problem next week.
Yeah, which will happen after my final exam.
Woo! Celebration!
Hey.
I'll be throwing monsters at you in victory, and then I'll lose.
Victory
yeah.
screech!
More like that, actually.
I'm going to post one more meme to scare Kay, and then I'm off to bed. Have a good one, guys.
Yeah.
Take care, my lad.
Bye,
Much love
everybody.
to you.
End the stream.
Bye-bye.